The biggest headlines, the voices, the moments driving SFR BTR forward. Give us less than 10 minutes. We'll take you inside SFR BTR, your new weekly must-have habit. Wrap up your week inside SFR BTR. New episodes drop every Friday on Everezi Media and wherever you get your podcasts.
This is Inside SFR BTR for Friday, March 13th, 2026. I'm Gregory Frank along with Ryan Saturday. This week's show is sponsored by RENU Property Management. Coming up, we're just hours away from IMN's BTR Spring Conference in Nashville and our keynote interview with Sheryl Palmer, Chairman and CEO of Taylor Morrison. Honored to welcome Sheryl to Inside SFR BTR ahead of her keynote interview on Monday, March 16th at 9:15 a.m., kicking off the conference taking place March 16th and 17th. Then, on this episode of SFR C-Suite, Alyssa Moreland of RENU Property Management shares how empathy, smart systems, and strong leadership come together to elevate the resident experience and empower women in rental housing. And we're excited to welcome our sixth and newest podcast to the Everezi family, as Built Together with Roberto and Adriana Castillo shares the real-life journey of building a marriage, raising a family, and growing ambitious careers side by side. We've got a great show for you today. Let's get started. Headlining IMN BTR Spring Conference 2026, Sheryl Palmer, Chairman and CEO of Taylor Morrison. She sits down with me on Inside SFR BTR for an exclusive preview of her keynote address. As the housing industry reaches a true inflection point, Sheryl shares her perspective on demand, capital, and the continued evolution of build to rent. Don't miss Sheryl live on the main stage Monday, March 16th at 9:15 a.m. at IMN BTR Spring. If you haven't registered yet, you still have time. Click the link below and join us in Nashville.
At RENU, we can save at least 20% on NOI just by operating off that model. And others follow and say, well, that sounds easy enough. It's not easy.
We're excited for our special guest today.
Now we're making room for some representation from a fantastic woman. Her name is Alyssa Moreland with RENU.
Just because they're great at one thing doesn't mean that they're going to be great at another. So being able to capture the perfect personality for the perfect position, this is enjoyment. Some people, they yell. Just because someone is yelling doesn't mean that they're yelling at you. 90% of the time, they just want someone to listen to them. And you could be that person. A lot of times we're fixers, right? So we just want to fix everything. But there are a lot of times that people don't need fixed. They just need someone to talk to. I learned early on that setting boundaries was a must. I was the youngest and just feeling like I had to work all the time, 24/7, because I had to prove myself. And finally stepping back and saying, I'll get it done tomorrow, because at the end of the day, my children are what drive me. So I need to make sure that I'm very present for them.
We met at 14 and we're pregnant at 20. So we really just had to act.
Get up and go while all of our friends living their lives as 20-year-olds. Her and I, we put our heads down. We had to figure it out as we went. Life moves at you fast, and a lot of times a moment where we freeze, but then you have to make a move, and you just have to step with confidence and have to take the action that's required because there's people depending on you. Finishing law school and having my dad ask me, well, aren't you going to practice law? I'm like, no, I don't see any happy attorneys running around here. Real estate investing is fun. We were going down to Dallas on a monthly basis, $5 million in cashier's checks, coming home with 50 properties at a time. She brought me into the SFR world. I probably underwrote the very first bulk portfolio in SFR, early 2011, 30 terrible homes in Pittsburgh Bay Point, but the numbers worked and it made sense. I drove every single property.
Marriage is not easy. There is a lot of commitment on both sides, compromise, communication, and at the end of the day, there's two individual people who are experiencing life. This isn't Instagram highlight reels.
Not at all.
This is all the stuff in the background that allows us to post the highlight reels.